And we're back. Joseph G. Cruz. This piece has been demanding our attention the whole time we've been talking. Who made this? What's going on here?
This is the Cinnamon Machine by Chris Bradley, and it's pretty straightforward. We got a lot of cinnamon right here, cinnamon sticks, and a commercial sandblaster that is actually got a set up with a basketball around it, and a motion detector, which is activated by when someone walks by, and he's got an Arduino microcontroller, so that once the motion detector goes off, the Arduino is activated, and then 7 minutes later, the Cinnamon Machine goes off, and then it's activated for 7 minutes, and then what the sandblaster sands the cinnamon down, and so this beautiful cinnamon like kind of fall smell, kind of like circumvents the room, and then there's this subtle ephemeral like kind of like debris that kind of floats around there.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I mean, with what we've been talking about with all the other works, I mean, like making these miniature ecosystems, little environments, and then that are part of this whole larger environment of the whole show. I mean, this actually has a very physical, almost phenomenological, it has sense, it has like sounds, it's like, it feels like a living, breathing thing, like it smells, it makes noise, so it sort of fits into what we've been talking about here. Speak to that.
Well, I think definitely in the sense of the sort of like ecosystem, John's piece is activated by this piece, so that's a direct situation where there's a dependency upon that. Yeah.
What, like I said, this is all Chicago artists. I mean, what, being from Chicago and all these artists from Chicago, you're here in LA. How would you describe, if you think there's any Chicago-ness to what's going on at Raid right now?
Well, a lot of these artists are very young and emerging artists.
Right.
Most of them are actually recent grads from the MFA program at the School of the Art in Chicago. So in a sense, it's literally what's going on right now, and there's a very exciting work. I think the work is very diverse in a sense. This by no means represents Chicago as a whole, but I think it does point to certain directions of what's going on. Chris is very fun, playful. I mentioned before, kind of like subtle kind of blue collar reference. Kind of does that, but it also I think it places itself in Chicago. Doesn't have a large like market. The art, from what I'm understanding, what I'm finding in Chicago, I've only been there for 4.5 years, is that there's a lot of experimenting going on. There's a lot of a tremendous amount of alternative spaces. So people have a lot of room to play and experiment. I think this is something that may not be super highly likely for someone to hang over their couch. And so in a sense, I think this piece, that playfulness of it, and it's gets loud and it gets in the way and it moves around and it's definitely kind of in your face a little bit.
Chicago has a large market for ideas, and it's like, I think you guys are representing really well. I mean, I don't mean being representative, but I'm just saying, like, in terms of the quality and the high concept of the whole show at large. I mean, if this is what's going on in Chicago, it makes me want to go to Chicago and see what else is going on. So
amazing things.
So nice job, Joseph G. Cruz.
And very, very amazing people.
All right.
Friendly.
There you go. And I've been talking with one of the amazing people right now. So that's Joseph G. Cruz, Stretching Distillment, Raid Projects. It'll be open next weekend. So there you go.